Hi everyone, myself Dr. Lakshmi Prasad, working as a professor in CSE in Institute of Aeronautical Engineering, Hyderabad. In this video, I'm going to discuss about definition and terminologies in algebraic and transcendental equations. So, very first thing is that, what is an algebraic equation? So, algebraic equation is nothing but an equation which is going to be involve some algebraic expressions. And an equation that involves this algebraic expressions is known as algebraic equation. And transcendental equation. So equation which involves this transcendental functions is known as transcendental equation. And polynomial equation. So a polynomial equation means an equation which involves this polynomial expressions is nothing but a polynomial equation. And quadratic equation. So the equation which should be of the form ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0. So where a, b, c are the constants and a not equal to 0, then I can able to say this equation is what we call as a quadratic equation. So an equation which should be of the form ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0. So where x squared should be the a, b, c are the constants and a should not be equal to 0, and where x should be this independent variable and then it should be the dependence variable. So here, suppose if I'm going to have example, so 3x squared plus 2x plus 4 equal to 0. So here x and all should be the and 3, 2, 4. So where a should be 3, b should be 2, and c should be 4. Then cubic equation. So equation should be of the form x cubed plus bx squared plus cx plus d equal to 0, where a, b, c and d are the constants and a not equal to 0. So it should be called as cubic equation. And quadratic equation. So the equation which should be of the form x power 4 and bx cubed plus cx squared plus dx plus e equal to 0. And where here a, b, c, e are the constants and a not equal to 0. Suppose if I'm going to have the equation like this, so it should be of cubicals like 3x cubed plus 2x squared plus 2x plus 4 equal to 0 should be cubed, right? So that's why it should be called as a cubic equation. And if I'm going to have the equation like 4x power 4 and 2x cubed plus 9x squared plus 10x plus 5 equal to 0. So here it should be of power 4, that's why it should be called as a quadratic equation. And the degree of the equation, so it is nothing but, so the highest power of the variable in the equation is called as degree of the equation. And the roots of the equation, so that means the values of the variable that satisfy the equation is known as roots of the equation. So the values of variable that satisfy the equation is called as roots of the equation. There may be of different types of roots like real roots, imaginary roots. What is the real roots? So the roots of the equation that are real numbers is called as the real roots, and the roots of the equation that are imaginary numbers is called as imaginary roots. Okay. So the algebraic equation is nothing but the equation which involves these algebraic expressions or algebraic operations. And this transcendental equation is nothing but the equation which involves these transcendental equations. And polynomial equation means the equation which is going to be involved a polynomial expression. And quadratic equation means the equation should be of the form ax squared plus bx equal to 0, where a, b, c are the constants and a not equal to 0. And the cubic equation means the equation of the form ax cubed plus bx squared plus cx plus d equal to 0, where a, b, c are the constants. And equation should be of the form x power 4 plus bx cubed plus cx squared plus bx plus c equal to 0, where a, b, c are the constant here. And the degree of the equation means, so the highest power of the variable in the equation should be called as degree of the equation. Suppose in this equation, so highest power is 4, that's why it should be the 4 should be the degree of the equation. And if in this case the highest degree is 3, so in this one the 3 should be the degree of the equation. And so the roots of the equations normally which is going to be the values which is going to be satisfied. Suppose and the roots of the equation or real number, then I can able to say there should be real roots, and where the roots of the equation is imaginary numbers, it should be of the form ax plus ib, so then should be imaginary roots. So some other roots will be complex roots. So complex roots means the roots of the equation that are complex numbers, and rational roots means the roots of the equation which should be of rational numbers. And irrational roots are nothing but the roots of the equation that are irrational numbers. And multiplicity of the root means the number of times that root is going to be appears in the solution of the equation is called multiplicity of the root. And zero of the function means the value of the variable for which the function equals to 0. So the value of the variable for which the function equal to 0 is called 0 of the function. And solution set means the set of all values of the variable that satisfy the equation is called solution set. And factorization means so the process of expressing an expression as a product of factors is nothing but factorization. And rational equation means an equation that involves rational expressions. And exponential equation means an equation that involves exponential functions. And algebraic equation means an equation which is going to be involved logarithmic functions. So these are nothing but the logarithmic equation. So the equation whose roots are complex numbers, like so if the roots are like this, then I can easily say the roots of the equation is complex numbers. And rational numbers, the roots of the equation should be of the form rational numbers, and irrational numbers, then I can able to say this should be irrational roots. And multiplicity of the roots means the number of times the root appears in the solution of the equation is called multiplicity of the root. And the zero of the function means the value of the variable for which the function is equal to 0. And the solution set means the set of values of the variable that satisfy the equation. And factorization means the process of expressing an expression as a product of factors. And rational equation means the equation that involves rational expressions. And exponential equation means the equation that involves exponential functions. And logarithmic function means the equation that involves logarithmic functions. And some other definitions will be here. So what is the trigonometric equation? So the equation that involves these trigonometric functions is nothing but trigonometric equation. And inverse trigonometric equation, that means an equation which involves inverse trigonometric functions, I can able to say that should be inverse trigonometric equation. And the parametric equation, so an equation in which the variables are going to be expressed as the functions of one or more parameters, I can able to say that should be parametric equation. And system of equations, so here nothing but the set of more equations involve same variables, I can able to say that should be system of equations. And simultaneous equation means which is going to be solved together. And consistent equation means that so equation that have at least one common solution. And equations that have no common solution, then I can able to say that should be consistent equation. And independent equation means the equation that is going to provide additional information when combined with other equations. And dependent equation means the equation that derive from the equations in the system. And linear system of equations means a system of equations where the equation is linear. So these are some of the definitions. Here, what should be trigonometric means an equation involving trigonometric functions, and inverse means so the equation which involves the inverse trigonometric functions, then I can able to say that should be inverse trigonometric equation. And the parametric equation means an equation in which the variables are going to be expressed as the functions of one or more parameters, that should be called as a parametric equation. And the system of function equation, that means set of two or more equation which is going to involve the same variables or system of equations. And simultaneous equation means the equations that are going to be solved together. And consistent equation means the equation that have at least one common solution. And inconsistent means the equation that have no common solution. An independent equation means the equation which is going to provide additional information when combined with other equations. And dependent equation means the equation that can be derived from other equations in the system is called as dependent equation. And linear system of equation means the system of equations in which the equation is linear is called linear system of equations. And some more thing is that what is the nonlinear system of equations? The system of equations where at least one equation is equal is nonlinear. And homogeneous means a system of equation where all equations are equal to 0. And the system of equations where at least one equation is not equal to 0. And matrix equation means it is an equation that is going to involve the matrices. And linear matrix equation means the matrix operation where the known unknown is a matrix and the quotients or scalars. And quadratic matrix means that a matrix equation where the unknown is matrix and quotients are the matrices. And transcendental function means the function which cannot be expressed in terms of finite number of algebraic operations is called transcendental function. An algebraic function means a function that expresses in terms of finite number of algebraic operations. A function should be of the form f of x is equal to f of x, then where x is a constant and a is a variable, and then able to say this should be exponential equation. A function should be of the form f of x is equal to log x, where a is constant and x is a variable. I can able to say that should be logarithmic function. These are the system of equations and nonlinear system of equations, which is going to be involved in algebraic and transcendental equations. Here next one, trigonometric function. Function that relates the angle of triangles to the length of its sides. I can able to say that should be a trigonometric function. And periodic function means a function that repeats its value at regular intervals is called periodic function. An inverse function means a function that undoes the action of another function is called inverse function. And the roots of unity, that means the complex numbers that satisfies the equation where n is a positive integer, and then I can able to say that should be roots of unity. And radical equation means an equation that involves radicals is called radical equation. And algebraic geometry means a branch of mathematics that studies algebraic equations is called algebraic geometry. And algebraic expression means a mathematical phrase involving numbers, variables, and operations is called as algebraic expression. An algebraic number means a number that is the root of the non-zero polynomial equation with integer constants. I can able to say that should be algebraic number. An algebraic structure means a set equipped with one or more operation that is going to satisfy certain properties is called algebraic structure. An algebraic operation means an operation that is going to be involve algebraic expressions is called as algebraic operation. Algebraic function means that function that relates the angle of triangles to the length of its sides is called trigonometric function. And function that repeats its value at regular intervals is called periodic function. And function that undoes the action of another function is called inverse function. And the roots of unity means the complex number that satisfies is called roots of unity. And radical equation means an equation that involves radicals is called radical equation. An algebraic number means a number that is the root of non-general polynomial equation, and the branch of mathematics that studies the algebraic equations is called algebraic geometry, and mathematical phrase which is going to involve the numbers, variables, and operations is called algebraic expression. The operation that is going to involve this algebraic expression is called algebraic operation. And next one, so what is the algebraic geometry? So the study of geometric objects defined by algebraic equation is called algebraic geometry. Okay, the study of geometric objects defined by algebraic equations is called algebraic geometry. And algebraic topology means a study of topology spaces using algebraic techniques is called algebraic topology. And algebraic curve means the curve which is going to be defined by algebraic equation. And the surface which is going to be defined by algebraic equation is called algebraic surface. And algebraic independence means the set of elements is a algebraically independent if no trivial polynomial with coefficient in the field of definition evaluates to zero when the elements are substituted by variables. Then algebraic closure means the smallest algebraic closest field containing the given field, and field extension that is an algebraic over the base field, an equation that is going to be involving algebraic terms, and the function that is going to be defined by algebraic equation is called algebraic function, and an equality in which the algebraic terms is called algebraic inequality. So the study of geometric objects which is going to be defined by algebraic equations is called algebraic geometry, and the study of topological spaces using algebraic techniques is called algebraic topology, and the curve which is going to be defined by algebraic equation is called algebraic curve, and the surface that is going to be defined by algebraic equation is called algebraic surface. And algebraic independence means a set of elements that is algebraically independent if no trivial polynomial equations. And algebraic closure means the smallest algebraical closest field containing the given field is called algebraic closure. And field extension that is algebraic over the base field is called algebraic extension. An algebraic equation means an equation that involves in algebraic terms is called algebraic equation. Algebraic function means the function which is going to be defined by algebraic equation is called algebraic function. And algebraic inequality means an equality involving algebraic terms is nothing but algebraic inequality. And some more definitions is that algebraic manipulations. So that is the process of manipulating the algebraic expression is called algebraic manipulation. On the algebraic number theory means so a branch of number theory that deals with algebraic numbers is nothing but algebraic number theory. An algebraic group, so a group that is also an algebraic variety is nothing but algebraic group. And algebraic structure means a set with one or more operations defined in that which is going to satisfy certain properties is called algebraic structure. And system of equations or inequalities involved in algebraic terms is nothing but algebraic system. And algebraic equation means an equation that is going to be involved in algebraic terms is nothing but algebraic equation. So a number that is the root of polynomial equation with integer quotients is called algebraic number. An algebraic function means the function that can be expressed in the polynomial equation is called algebraic function. And the combination of variables, constants, and mathematical operations is called algebraic expression. And the fraction in which the numerator and denominator are algebraic expression, then I can even say that should be algebraic fraction. So algebraic manipulation means the process of manipulating an algebraic expressions is nothing but algebraic manipulation. And algebraic number theory means a branch of number theory that is going to be deals with algebraic numbers is called algebraic number theory. And the algebraic group is nothing but a group that is also an algebraic variety is called algebraic group. And structure means A set with one or more operations defined on it is called algebraic structure, and a system of equations and equality involving algebraic terms is called algebraic system. An algebraic equation means an equation that is going to involve algebraic terms is called algebraic equation. Number means a number that is the root of polynomial equation with an integer quotient is called algebraic number or algebraic function. And the combination of variable, constant, and mathematical operations is called algebraic expression. A fraction in which the numerator and denominator are algebraic expressions. And what is algebraic geometry means? So a branch of mathematics that is going to be study the geometric objects that is going to be defined by algebraic equations is called algebraic geometry. And algebraic inequality means an inequality which is going to be involved with algebraic expressions. And algebraic manipulation means the process of manipulating algebraic expression is called algebraic manipulation. And algebraic number theory means a branch of number theory that deals with algebraic numbers. It's called algebraic number theory. Okay, so algebraic geometry means a branch of mathematics that studies the algebraic objects that is defined by algebraic equations is called algebraic geometry. And algebraic inequality means inequalities that is going to be involved in algebraic expression. And algebraic manipulation means the process of manipulating this. And algebraic number theory means a branch of number theory that is going to deals with algebraic numbers. Thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.